Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, others, and welcome back. Now we have Richard, who is a poet and who manages a blog with over 8,000 followers, all the way from the other side of the planet, where it's morning for him and evening for us. He's agreed to share one of his beautiful poems with us. So, without much further ado, let's hear his poem and then come back and talk. Over to you, Richard.
All right. Again, thank you for having me. It's just a great opportunity to, share poetry and beauty with anyone and everyone. So, my name's Richard, and I will be reading about two poems for you today. The first one is really about empathy and overall forgiveness, because, and it's about being able to move past those things. All right. I don't hate you, just what you did, the who you were when times weren't okay, when phone calls rang deafly in our ears and nights had long fingers and nothing to touch. I can forgive the person, blood and the bones and all the movements that it makes, but I cannot forgive the actions of your tongue and your twisted mind, the mistakes of your mental incapacities hurt me too much to give you any solace. I can forgive the person. I cannot hate the person. My philosophies, however, on apologies and injustices are set in stone. They are my line in the sand. So with your actions, I make my words. With our existence, I make this poetry. With this injustice, I write. I rage. I scribble. I put down onto the page all the fires that I've left to burn the bridges of our past until it is gone, until it is ash, until it can be steeped in the silent rain of forgiveness. I do not hate you, but such as the wolf protects the forest, I will howl until the moon is full and everything else is gone. And that is the end of that first piece. The second poem, childhood and childhood friendships, and our ability to take in so much without truly understanding the power of our perspective. The title for this one is called Better Off. We caught lightning in bottles far too small and didn't know the reaction of its burst, of its power, of its energy. We watched the night sky and we laughed, losing count of stars and losing count of ourselves. We opened our hearts to the world. It is best to live. It is best to live chasing fireflies and lightning strikes and not worrying what happens when you catch them. When you put bioluminescence and electricity in your veins. We were children. We remember that we were children, and yet we forget that we were children. When our eyes were wide and beaming, soaking in each other, and we didn't know the power of words and actions and missteps and scraped knees and busted lips, because we were children, catching lightning and lightning bugs, chasing the thrill of it, chasing the joy, chasing anything that our feet would carry us to. We were open hearts, never knowing that we could be wounded, at least not so deeply that a mother's kiss could not heal us, because we were children. And maybe as we grow older, we find ourselves better off, but maybe, just maybe, we were better. So those are the two pieces that I had prepared today. Again, thank you, Mitti K. Rang, for allowing me to share my work with you guys. And any questions that you have, I'm free to answer.
It was our pleasure having you and such beautiful poems. I don't have any words to say, and I say this after every poetry, but someone having read a lot of your poetry, it really is very moving what words can do and what poetry can do. And I'm pretty sure yours are also. So, when are you writing a book of your poems, or do you already have one?
So I haven't worked on a book in several years. I self-published one back when I was like 19, but since then I haven't had much of an ambition to sort of make sort of compilation of things. I'm more focused on um, my other work, my the thing that pays the bills. So I don't know. I don't know when I'll find the time or the passion to put together something to be published. So
Well, we all hope that you do soon because such poetries need to come on paper, and everybody needs to have that feel of holding it and reading it, like every other poet out there.
yeah. Well, for the
But yeah,
most part.
yeah, continue. You were saying something.
Oh, I was just saying the benefit of me not publishing anything is all my work is free. So as long as you're following me, you can see the content.
Yeah, so you write on Instagram as well, or only on Tumblr?
I only write on Tumblr. I may in the future start taking some of that content and putting it over. Uh, but right now there's no schedule for that.
And the blog's name on Tumblr is.
Imperial Lefty.
Yeah, I wanted you to say it. So, on Tumblr, you can find beautiful poems written by Richard by the name Imperial Lefty. Don't forget to check them out. And yeah, also follow him on Instagram to see further works coming, if possible, on Instagram. Thank you so much for coming today, Richard. And thank you so much for waking up this early and, starting your day with us. So, yeah,
It's my absolute
hope.
pleasure. Take care and enjoy.
Yeah, you too. Take care, stay safe. And to all the listeners and people who are watching out there, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.